Well, hello and welcome to the Aircraft Interiors Expo, coming to you from Hamburg in Germany. Now, this is probably the biggest event of its kind, especially in this region, and the halls are absolutely full of everything you'd ever see on an aircraft. We're not here for all of that, we're here for the connectivity that you can find on aircraft nowadays. And later in the program, got two very good interviews with two of the top players in the game to find out what's going on with them. But first, let's have a news roundup of some of the connectivity news from Hamburg. Gogo announced its 2Ku system, describing it as the next step in its technology roadmap for global connectivity. This new technology uses the same low-profile antennas as Gogo's ground-to-orbit solution, which will be deployed on aircraft flying in North America. However, instead of using Gogo's air-to-ground system for the return link, 2Ku uses two low-profile, high-efficiency Ku-band satellite antennas. Gogo expects its new technology to outperform other global connectivity solutions currently available in the market, and Japan Airlines expect to be among the first to trial it, probably in 2015. OnAir announced a number of new customers for its Inmarsat Swift broadband-based services. Zodiac's Boeing 787 aircraft will become the latest to be connected with OnAir in-flight connectivity, following on from its Airbus A330 and Boeing 777 fleets. TAG Angola Airlines also became OnAir's first sub-Saharan African customer, line fitting its new Boeing 777-300ER fleet. Kuwait Airways also chose OnAir as its in-flight connectivity provider for 12 new aircraft as part of its privatisation and fleet upgrade. Finally, Sri Lankan Airlines also signed up for OnAir's in-flight mobile phone and Wi-Fi services, which will be installed as line fit on the airline's 6 new A330-200 aircraft. Zodiac's RAVE embedded in-flight entertainment product can now be controlled via your smartphone or other personal electronic device. The passenger just has to pair their Wi-Fi enabled device to get full control of the IFE. And once a code has been put on their device, you can then use it to select movies, move a cursor around the screen, or even order food or drink, all via a browser-based application, which makes it platform agnostic. Inmarsat confirmed that its safety services testing over Swift broadband is underway. A number of airlines are believed to be trialling the system, which can send air traffic control commands to and from the aircraft via Inmarsat's I-4 satellites. It's hoping it can get ICAO certification sometime in 2015. ViaSat said that JetBlue's Fly-Fi Ka-band service has been a success. ViaSat Vice President Don Buchmann said that the take-up of the service on JetBlue had been fantastic. The service was launched with JetBlue in September and has generally outperformed its 12 megabits per second service level agreement, with average speeds more like 18 to 20 megabits per second. It's currently running on 30 JetBlue aircraft and is typically being used by around 90 to 100 passengers per flight. The same Ka-band service from ViaSat has also been launched on United Airlines in the US and is going well. Well, Inmarsat are at the show and they're celebrating the launch of their first I-5 satellite for the Ka-band GX Aviation service. They've got two more satellites to launch, one probably in the summer and the other one later in the year. They've been sorting out the ground control systems for it, they've been putting in all the terminals they need and sorting out the software. But what exactly are you going to be able to do with Ka-band?
It's really for the airline to decide, but what we think is really exciting is that you can clearly use internet both forward and return, because there are more and more applications where people are using, taking photos or taking videos of their friends on board aircraft as they do on the ground, and so it's not so much just one way, but the traffic two way is very important, forward and receive and transmit rather, and so internet capabilities, whatever you want to hook up to, whether it's work or leisure. Also TV, live TV is an offering which is available over Global Express. And on that TV, we think that the real demand is either news, when there is something newsworthy, and also sports. The sporting events, the global sporting events are what kind of catch the imagination, I think, of passengers on board aircraft.
And what about crew applications?
Crew applications are important, maybe not so much the live streaming, but in terms of crew, whether it's cabin crew, maintenance, we already do over the I-4s today, and also cockpit applications. So there's more and more airlines are providing iPads to their crew, cockpit and cabin crew, and are expecting upload of information and download in real time to provide benefits to the airline.
So you're still on target for service launch in 2015?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Do you know when in 2015?
Well, what we're saying is first half of 15.
Okay.
Honeywell has now gone public with Air China in terms of flight trials in Q2 of 2015. So I think that's public knowledge now, and it's communicated externally. So we're really pleased about that.
Miranda Mills, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Now, in case you hadn't noticed, the World Cup is coming up, and soon you'll be able to watch the World Cup on the aircraft as you're flying to Brazil, perhaps. After earlier today, I spoke to David Bruner of Panasonic Avionics to talk about what it's going to be like to be able to watch the World Cup and other things on Sport 24 on a Panasonic-equipped aircraft.
Well, it's terrific. It's going to be one of the very exciting time for these airlines to be carrying passengers to Brazil and broadcasting live the games from the World Cup as you're flying in. And this is really the first time ever this has been available. And to me, that's really exciting to be, you're part of the action as you're flying to Brazil, or maybe you're on business and you're flying when your country is competing there, and now you don't have to miss the game. You can actually see it while you're in flight. I think this is going to be great for passengers.
Okay, did you get much take-up when the Winter Olympics was on?
It was very effective. We had a number of tweets from passengers who were saying, I'm actually headed to Sochi, and was able to watch this live on Lufthansa or Turkish Airlines. Then they really enjoyed the service and didn't realize that actually somebody was out broadcasting the Olympics live on board aircraft. So it's a great news service. First time in the world we've been able to do these things.
Okay, and then looking forward to Qatar, is it 2022? I think it's 2022. I mean, how do you think that's going to open up the market for you?
Well, one of my personal goals is to say every aircraft should really have live television, be able to carry, the World Cup by the time we get to 2022. That would be a personal goal. And everybody should be able to enjoy it, regardless of whether you're there or you have to be out traveling, you'll be able to watch.
Okay, and what have you had to do in terms of capacity to make sure that you can actually cope with it?
That's a really good point. So every region where we operate in the world, we have to broadcast the 8 channels of XTV, including the Sport 24 channel. And so we've made that investment everywhere in the world. And so right now today you could fly around the world and watch BBC or CNN or our Sport 24 channel all the way around the world uninterrupted. And so we've made that investment. So now we can add as many aircraft as we need to the network, and everybody enjoy it. So now what we need is just more airlines subscribing to the service.
I guess you're a big soccer fan.
I am a big soccer fan. For an American, I'm a real big soccer fan.
David Bruner, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's it from the Aircraft Interiors Expo here in Hamburg. If you want to know anything else about any of the stories you've heard on this broadcast, or if you want to find out anything else that's been happening at the show, go to GetConnected.aero, and while you're there, sign up for our free monthly newsletter. Until next time then, goodbye.